Boys. Cali King. In the morning.
Eric V. Nick V.
Hey, good morning. Buenos dias, Nick V. Eric V. Baka Boyz up in here at 50 past the hour.
Damn. We just cut that song off, huh?
Special guest in the house. Yeah, man. We've been waiting for this guy since yesterday.
Here we go, Baka Boyz. Come on. Well, it's the Baka, baby. It's the Baka Boyz in the morning. In the morning, it's the Baka Boyz. And we got a special guest for you. Hey, 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 hey. His name is Chingo Bling. Yeah.
Representing Texas in the house.
What up?
Good morning, everybody, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, we were going to have you in here yesterday, but you didn't show up, bro.
Right? Dude, I've been in, my brain has been in a fog. Like,
yeah, we saw your little story that you were coming to the Baka Boyz show and you got the days wrong, man.
Yeah, I had a show that that night before, and I was like, oh, damn. It's one of those like AM, PM mix-ups. Anyway, don't worry about that.
Yeah, well, we glad you're here.
Yeah, I made it finally.
Yeah, you finally here, man. So what's going on? What's new with Chingo? What's happening?
Man, I don't know if y'all know, but for the past 5 years, I've been dibbing and dabbing in stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And it's going well.
Congratulations.
It's going
man.
really well. So they're keeping me super busy. It's been a great transition. So I'm out here in SoCal. I brought my little family. So
Damn.
yeah, so we're the whole gang. We're out here for the month of June.
All right, for those who do not know, I'm going to read this little description right here. Chingo Bling is known for his insightful, unapologetic. This is also in there as well. Just switched up on me. Hold on. Latino stand-up comedy, multiple viral videos, which we've all seen and know, and you guys got to see those. He's a fearless cross-platform performer who has appeared on everything from feature films, MTV shows, comedic web series, musical parodies, and sold out live stand-up comedy shows all over the USA. Chingo Bling's current comedy special from the Mitu network is streamable on Netflix now. So Chingy Blingy, tell me about.
I'm like, damn, who wrote that?
Yeah, it's like somebody did a good job. Let's go back to the beginning, to the inception of everything.
Yeah.
Like, take us back there.
Okay.
How did it come about?
Man, all right, I'll tell you this. It was like the year 2000. I was doing college radio.
Okay.
And I parlayed that into mixtapes, and I created my my Chingo Bling rap persona, and it started spreading. Kids were sharing it. This is viral before viral. Kids were sharing it on FrostWire, LimeWire, Napster. And while major labels were complaining, like, yo, that's stealing, I was like, yo, that's promotion.
You're helping them.
Yeah, so I was getting known that way. So thankfully, the internet and all the tools that are out there, have allowed me to still be heard, regardless, because you know how it is, bro.
They trying to shut you down?
What
You
was
know the gatekeepers, son. That's what it is, dog. Nah.
What was the biggest parody that you did to this date? Like the most viewed one that you ever did?
I think recently it was probably like the Hotline Bling one.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Nick B told me that.
Chingo Bling.
So that was an easy one for you. Tell me about these things. How much time and effort do you have to put into these things? Are they easy for you?
Well, sometimes, like you said, sometimes you get that easy alley-oop, that easy lob.
Yeah.
Lately, man, I've just been focusing on jokes and my stage act, but every once in a while, the game calls you back. Like, all right, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
We were just talking about Chance the Rapper earlier because he was caught trying to do some stand-up on open mic night in Chicago.
Really?
Oh, we should have played him that.
I can play it. We can pull it up for you.
Let's pull that up. Yeah, he was. They had open mic night, and he jumped on the stage. We're gonna play that for you.
Wow.
And that you're doing stand-up comedy now.
Yeah.
You can critique his
that's
comedy.
That sounds like a stunt.
You think so?
Because it's in Chicago. I mean, he's super known. He's on top of his game.
Yeah,
so.
but you'd be surprised in how bad he did.
Oh, stand-up is difficult.
It's very difficult.
we were talking about that because he came out strong with one solid thing, and then he tried to get into his next joke, and it just fell flat. So tell me, when that happens to you, what do you do?
Man, think about it. If Chicago won't even sit there and kind of laugh along with Chance the Rapper.
Right. And that's his hometown.
Yeah, and if you're like a new guy, they're really not going to pay attention. So you know, what was the question?
Well, the question was like, how do you get out of a black hole? How do you get out?
Yeah.
Because not only, I mean, this little particular joke go wrong. Let's talk about you, for instance. If something goes wrong here, you have to rebound back, and you also can't let that affect you mentally. You know what I mean? You can't let the quiet of the room,
or the ooze, or how they respond to it.
Yeah. So
how do you deal with that?
So basically, man, some of the some of the general rules are like you have to be comfortable with silence.
Yeah.
Like you have to be comfortable with the stage. And another thing I'm learning is that it's not all about the laughs, per se. Because it's like an amateur move to like you're just going for the quick laugh because you need it for that security.
Right.
So really it's about like being yourself and almost like treading water. Like you should be able to let go of the script, like letting go of the side of the pool and express yourself and be able to call out what's happening in the room.
Right.
You know, if somebody yells something out, you got to be quick on your feet to bam. You know, if the waitress drops a drink and you need to crack a quick joke, you have to be listening in the moment. In the moment, you can't be like, oh no, this was my second joke. I need to go into this segue transition now.
Chingo Bling's in the studio with the Baka Boyz. Long time coming, by the way. Let's play a little bit of Chance the Rapper, and you can decipher here.
People know me as the Kit Kat Man. They say there's the three when I walk by. Thank you, older black man. White people know me as the guy who does stuff for schools. What do I do for schools? You guys don't fucking know? Nobody knows what I do for schools. I'll tell you what I do.
All right, I didn't know there was curses in there.
Yeah,
This
thanks,
is a
Nick.
clean show.
Good job, Nick.
Way to go, Nick.
All
Yeah,
right.
good job, Nick.
All right, earlier I played the right one, but anyway, you know, he bombs on a couple and he has to sit down. So,
Well, tell him the joke. He basically said that people don't know what I do for schools, and he's like, what I do is I'll go to a school and I'll fart in their chair, and they'll come back like the next day or over the weekend to see if it still smells.
here it is.
Wow.
Here's the clean version.
Oh my
Nobody
God.
knows what I do for schools. I'll tell you what I do. I go to all your kids' schools and I fart in their desks. I wait for the weekend to be over. See if it's still stale.
All right, so
I guess one way I could have maybe helped him fix that is to help set up his punchline of fart in the desk. He would have to lead us down the path and misdirect. It might be like, y'all know what I do for schools? I show up, I motivate the youth. I make sure that they have funding for all their projects. People start clapping. And I fart in their desks.
Boom.
Right.
You know what I mean?
See?
So now you pull a rug from a bundle.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how it is right there. Tell me about the healing powers of tamales.
The healing powers of tamales go back. You know, tamales go way back. So it's part of our, cultural, ancestral vibrations. So sometimes you need to reconnect, with your roots. And a tamale, it's like a portal, man. It's like a little time machine.
It takes you right back.
It's gonna take you back.
I love that. So have you made tamales before?
Oh yeah, I'm the tamale kingpin, Chingo Blingo, the ghetto vaquero, el rey de foreplay, the masa messiah, executive producer with a rooster, the tamale kingpin.
He said, Masa Messiah.
Yeah, all of that.
What's your favorite kind of tamale? Because now they're making all kinds of different kinds.
Oh yeah, they got some new stuff. I don't know.
Well, I'm saying, you got your cheese only, your green and your cheese, green chili and your cheese. You have your basic, your pork,
chicken.
Now I'm getting black beans and vegetables in them now.
Like year round, huh?
California type.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, you know what? One of the most amazing tamales I ever had was in Mexico City. And I think they call them guajolotes or something. But what they do is they take a big ass tamal and they put it inside of the torta bread. So it's like a torta tamal.
Oh my God.
And it's like a hybrid, bro.
I've heard about this.
It's like your left brain is focusing on the tamal, but then your right brain is like, nah, dog, it's a torta. And you just having this inner dialogue with yourself. You're like, damn, man, like I don't want to betray my taste buds, but this is delicious.
Let's talk about the being Mexican and being from Texas, and we got the big old wall popping off and and all these things. Where's your heart sit with this?
Well, y'all know I've always had the slogan, they can't deport us all.
Yes,
I named an
that.
album that. I named my first Netflix comedy special that. And it's a tricky situation. I feel like immigration is touchy, and sometimes we don't know the whole story because it's used as a tool, whether somebody wants to get elected, re-elected, or somebody wants to stir things up. And I almost felt like I was one of those people in the past, because it was a controversial slogan. I had billboards and everything. So the way I stand on it is, let's really get deeper in the conversation, because it's just been a thing that they just bring up for hundreds of years. It's like, election time, or it's time to get some propaganda going.
Those hot buttons.
Yeah, like to be divisive and things like that. But I just feel like this is my thing. Everybody should have a Mexican friend, because if you have a Mexican friend, you can put a face to the issue. You know, y'all remember what T.I. had said a while back?
What did he say?
There was like a thing, and they would ask me in interviews, like, yo, T.I. said, yeah, they should, you know, keep people out or deport people. And I don't think he probably just was speaking off the cuff, but it's like, T.I., you could be my friend. I could be your Mexican friend, almost like a sponsor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that way I could show you, you know, about the torta inside, the tamales inside the torta, and then we could, you know, kumbaya.
Unite through food and culture.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I always say that as well, man. It's like, if you are afraid of a certain culture, whatever it might be a color, it might be a language, it might be anything, like their food that they eat. If you get to know this family, you have a lot more in common with this family, regardless of the color of their skin, the kind of food they eat, what time they eat, who they pray to. You have a lot more in common with everybody.
Open mind,
yeah, for sure. So, who are your black friends?
I usually don't like to categorize my black friends as hey, you're one of my black friends. But yeah, man, I got all kinds of friends from all kinds of backgrounds. So
I was gonna ask you. Obviously, being from Texas, there's always the Mexican, the California Mexican, and the Texas Mexican. What is the biggest difference for you?
In-N-Out versus Whataburger. That's the biggest difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, with the whole Tex-Mex and then the Mexican food.
But then there's Cal-Mex too,
What?
in a way.
That's a new one.
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
Only because the reason I say that is because you know, even within Mexico alone, you get all these different varieties.
Yeah.
But then once it comes to, let's say, Arizona or Colorado or Texas or California, there's gonna be people put their own flavor on things. So there's slight little differences. But the way I look at it, man, is when I'm out here in Cali, people show me so much love. When I'm doing these shows, it's like, man, I'm just like your crazy cousin from Texas.
Right.
You know. So there's slight differences.
Everybody got crazy cousins from Texas, right?
Somewhere.
I know we do. Okay, so tell me more about Chingo Bling and the music and what's cracking next. Are you're just focusing on the you said
tour,
the tour, and you're writing jokes.
Yeah.
So once in a while you might pick up the microphone and do something. Like, would you bust something for us right now today?
Does it got to be new and off the top and freestyle?
Nah, it ain't gotta be new. It ain't gotta be new.
Yeah, I'm down.
At all.
Bro. Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
down.
we'll think about that. And
I'm
I'll say
down.
it'll pop up in a few minutes.
For sure.
All right, Eric, you want to get into the game show?
Yeah, I think it's time.
right,
We're gonna
let's
play
do
a game show, and here are the rules, man. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
And now it's time for the new game show that's sweeping the nation. With your host, Eric and Nick V, where they ask the questions people think about but are afraid to answer. But not here, it's no holds barred. So let's get playing your favorite new game show.
Have you ever?
Yeah.
All right.
These are going to be quick fire questions, Chingo Bling. So you're going to answer them to your best of your ability, okay? They may make you uncomfortable. They make you, if you are uncomfortable, say pass.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Very simple right there. All right, Nick V, start it off.
Have you ever been called to the principal's office?
Yes.
Have you ever fell in love over the phone?
Ooh, yes.
Have you ever manscaped?
Yes.
Yes.
This morning.
All right, that's good.
Have you ever slept with a teddy bear?
Sometimes you do what you got to do in a lonely evening. You know, sometimes, you know, that's all you got.
Have you ever parked illegally in a handicap zone?
Yes, and I got a ticket.
Ooh! Have you ever drunk text and regretted it?
Yes.
Have you ever had a one-night stand you'd like to redo?
That's called a want a two-night stand. Yes.
Two-night stand.
Yes.
That's a yes. Have you ever cheated on a test?
Yes, and got caught.
And got caught. Man, you've been getting caught a lot.
I know, man. It's just a pattern.
Have you ever smelled your own feet?
I smelled my hands that had touched my feet.
Have you ever picked lint from your belly button or jam from your toe?
Yes.
Have you ever scratched your culo and smelled it?
Yes. These are all yeses.
Eric V, what's the sound
Oh, yeah,
effect?
here.
God
Sorry.
damn!
Sorry, I got to have the sound effect. All right, I got a question for you.
right.
Have you ever cheated on your girl with one of her friends? With one of her friends?
Oh,
no.
Come on.
I just have to ask.
Eric!
I have to ask.
I mean, yeah, it's a good question. I'm sure somebody's done that, but nah, man, I'm trying to live.
Okay, yeah, just have to ask.
Where do you get where does Chingo Bling get his comedic bone from? Is it part of the family, mom, dad, uncle? Where does that come from?
Ooh, man.
Something you watched as a child, Weird Al Yankovic?
Yeah. There's all kinds of influences. Like, I mean, a lot of Mexican comics and just clowns and humorists like Chespirito and you know Chapulín and you know El Chavo. And,
How do they make you feel when you watch them?
proud, and that's definitely something I want to do. You know, that's definitely something I want to do. But yeah, man, those dudes are the OGs. Like Juan de Alba, he invented the doo-doo-doo.
Yeah. we have a buddy.
Luis de Alba, but he has a character called Juan Camané.
Okay, and so we would watch these. What channel when you're at home when you were a kid? What channel would you watch them on?
Well, you know, of course, you had like the Spanish channels would show like Chespirito, you know, but then my dad would have like VHSs and stuff of Luis de Alba,
okay,
who is touring currently.
Nice.
Yeah, he's like crossing over. He's been in the game for like. I mean, he started as a child, so he's been in the game for like 65 years.
Damn.
So he's like in his 80s or something,
Wow.
but he's touring and yeah, he's still a OG.
What advice would you give Bill Cosby?
Oh, come on, Eric.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Brother Bill.
Bill, no, Bill. You need to, you know, you got Camille. You're supposed to be worried about Camille.
Yeah, but
You
he's-
over there popping pills.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's one of the grandfathers of comedy, one of the fathers of comedy. You know, how does that make you feel? Like,
Well, honestly, that's interesting because I feel like, you know, you can't let your ego get caught up in these like I'm the OG of comedy. That's cool, but so because of that means you got to keep your nose clean. Like you can't, you know, there's some stuff you can't do. You know,
You're looked at a higher level because people put you on that, you know, pedestal. You've done that. You've done so much.
and just in general, like there's just basic stuff you should not do. And I feel like sometimes people, you know, when you start to believe your own hype and everyone's like, damn, you the man, dog, yeah, you great job, yes, all these yes men, you start to you allow the ego space to try to pick up little habits and do these little things, and I'm not with it.
yeah, how do you keep from, you know, getting out of control? Who keeps you in line?
Man, honestly, I honestly feel like it's a daily maintenance. You know how it's like weeds in a garden.
Yeah.
So I'm like a little landscaper in my own little brain, in my own little garden, just making sure that I'm focusing on my goals and making sure of any little negative habits and stuff, like weed that out and just stay, you know, grounded, both feet on the ground. And I just always keep in mind why I do this. I do this because, not because like, oh man, I want to have you know, that new Bentley truck just came out. You know, that's not gonna make you happy for the longest. So I just want to make people laugh, bro. That's it.
So jumping into the comedy space, you know, and being a full-time comedian, that takes a lot of balls to do that, a lot of courage.
Yeah, dude, it was a weird transition. Like, it was difficult. Like, I had to make sure that when I did it, kind of, you saw how Chance was having to navigate that.
Yeah.
When I did it, I told myself, like, be patient with yourself. You're gonna be a beginner. You're gonna be a white belt. You're gonna be a novice. There might be people saying, oh, what the hell is this? Why is he doing this?
Yeah.
And let's go check out this train wreck and see how unfunny it is, or he
Wow.
might mess up.
Right.
So I just kept my eyes on my own paper and just, like, you know, nose to the grindstone. And it's been paying off, man. I make 5 years in August. So 5 years in
Wow,
August.
congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Have you had any comedians help you at all?
Oh, a ton, man. There's just advice from so many people. Like, I'll text like Andrew Schultz or Mo Amer or Jesus Trejo, and, you know, different homies that I have out here in the game
That's
that'll
dope.
show me love. Yeah.
Back to the game show real quick. I know the game's over, but Pitbull wanted to ask, have you ever got handcuffed while having sex?
You know what? That's some kinky stuff. I really know. I can't say that I have. No, not handcuffed. No.
All right, so
one time I did role play with the lady, and she was like playing Immigration Border Patrol. Oh, and she had like some little ropes and stuff, and it got a little too real because like she like really started reciting laws and code to
man.
me, and I was like, oh my god,
This is real.
penal
Yeah.
code, such and such,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I want to put you in a situation. Say you're performing at a comedy store and, you know, you find out that O.J. Simpson's in the audience.
Wow.
How do you deal with this?
Man, where you go dark.
I'm just saying.
How do you deal with this? Well, you know what? Okay, well, for one, I will make sure they got metal detectors and security.
Right.
Because I might have to go in on them a little bit.
Right.
You have to sometimes address, what do they say, the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room, yeah.
But, you know, OJ, man, he's tripping in my book. He's tripping in my book because he wrote a book called If I Had,
Did It.
you know, hypothetically speak, if I had done it.
Right.
Man,
What
bro,
a
come on.
jacket.
You just...
So you haven't followed him on Twitter yet?
Yeah, he's got a new Twitter. Yeah, he's got his Twitter account.
this
now.
like new?
It's official. Yeah.
Wow, I wonder how much, like, what his replies look
I
like.
mean, he's getting
his
a lot of
mentions.
he's getting a lot of knife emojis right now. So
Oh. Wow. And you know what, man? Not to get too dark into that, but I've heard there's all kinds of like weird theories that I've been hearing about.
Yeah.
There's all these conspiracy theories that he didn't do it alone, or that
his son did it.
Or like, I heard one that that dude Kato Kalin.
Yeah.
That was living in the back house. Supposedly he was like a little drug connect, and him and OJ went and got some meth at a McDonald's, and that this murder looked something like it looked like a methed out murder.
A meth out murder.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah, and that supposedly Ron Goldman, one of the victims, supposedly he knew like martial arts, and he had some marks on his hand that didn't really show up on OJ. They didn't really reflect. So it's almost like he might have been fighting off the other dude type of thing.
Okay.
But anyway,
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
it's early, but hey, good morning.
All right, so we have the Netflix special, and you did that with Mitu. Tell me about that. I've never seen Mitu do something like this.
Yeah, that was the first time that Mitu produced something for Netflix, and it was crazy because I was only a year and a half into stand-up. I was like Chance. I was a rookie,
brand new.
And Doug Greif from Mitu was like, "Hey man, we've been want to collab with you. Let's pitch some stuff." And then a little while later, he's like, "Hey, Netflix said yes. You're gonna do an hour of comedy." I was like, "Whoa!
Slow down."
I was like, "I got 30 minutes, lukewarm max." And even that needs to trim some fat. But they're like, "Okay, let's figure it out." I said, "Look, let me have some other comedian friends on there to help fill it out. Let's do some sketches. I'm comfortable in that space, and let me ease into that because I don't want to disrespect the game or the art form or other comics that have really paid their dues.
Yeah.
20 years plus. So I almost didn't do it, but thankfully I decided to I agreed. I went along with it, and the feedback has been great. And but on my new material, man, to me, it's just so much more authentic and
You're so much more comfortable now.
Yeah, it's evolved.
Yeah.
So
the subject matter.
You're not doing these skits anymore. No? Are you writing some stuff for other people? Because we're looking for some help.
Oh, what? Well, hey, let's talk, man. I'm assembling a team of like comedians that know how to write and things like that.
How challenging was that for you? Do all these skits and all these? Number one, you had to do a special song or something, and then you did a skit with it. Or was there always a song attached to the skits, or no?
Oh, you mean for the Netflix or in general?
No, the older stuff. Before the Netflix.
Like YouTube stuff. Honestly, we just tried to have fun with it, and we didn't really know where it was going,
where it was gonna go,
who was gonna watch, but my main concern is always like, just the fans, listen to the fans, go based off feedback, make sure you give them plenty of content. That's why I podcast as well. So that's at least an hour of free content every week.
Every week
it's free. I enjoy doing it. I have my, mine is like my garage.
This is our garage too.
I'm gonna show, right?
It's a Hollywood garage.
Yeah, I'm gonna show this to my wife and be like, "See, babe, like their man cave is like, I only have one little neon, not like a wall of neon."
Right. How did you get the name Chingo Bling? How did that name, and how many names did you go through before you picked Chingo Bling as the name?
Well, the crazy thing is, I was DJ Biz in college. Because I'm about my business.
Yeah.
And when I started messing around in the studio, working with local rappers, and I would like try to do skits, and I would try to host concerts. Eventually, I stumbled across this persona where I was doing this one skit, and I had a certain little swagger to it, and I threw a little accent on it, and I was mixing in like cultural relevant things, and stuff like that. Topical things, and they got a kick out of it. They're like, "Yo, what is that? When you do that again, what are you calling that?" And I was like, that's Chingo Bling. And they're like, "What?" They started laughing. They're like, the name alone is funny.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I think I'm on to something.
That's it.
And then I came up with the look and everything. People still to this day dress up like me for Halloween.
Yeah.
And I did the boots with the Nike swoosh.
I love the boots.
I still got them. They're in storage. They're there. They're there.
Those are awesome. You got to bring them out for concert one day.
Maybe for eBay. Something. Yeah.
All right. Awesome, man. So what's next? You have a concert here. You have a show coming up here in Los Angeles, surrounding area. What's popping?
Dude, they've been keeping me busy. The whole month of June, we hit the whole area. We hit Anaheim, Riverside. I opened up for Intocable, the Spanish group. Hollywood Improv. So tonight I have sold out Ontario Improv, and then we're hitting Burbank next week. We just added that, so that'll be Wednesday the 26th. But I'm just ripping and running. If you just follow me on Instagram or hit me on that Google. No. ChingoBling.com. I have all my info and dates.
Everything is there, man. We want to thank you guys. Thank you for coming in.
Me and all my voices in my head. Yeah, you guys.
Well, you Chingo, and you know what I mean. So thank you for coming through. Of course, you're more than welcome here anytime.
Thank you.
But next time you got to come and drop a set, Mr. DJ Biz.
Oh yeah. I'm rusty, but I was like a street A&R. You know what I'm talking about?
Make sure to follow this man right now, Chingo Bling. No tamales today, but maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
All right.
Gotta bring it.
It's the one and only Chingo Bling. Everybody, round of applause for this brother right here.
Thank you,
Making
sir.
a lot of noise from Texas.
Radio how it's supposed to be heard. It's the Baka Boyz show.
What's going on? This is Drip.
Every day.